Hello, everybody. I think I have to turn off another light. Sorry, hang on one second. Ah! Okay, is that good? I hope it's good. Me in my makeshift studio here. I thought that it would be a good idea to announce that I was going to be doing a live stream. Hello, Denise. Hello. Because so many of you, they're like, oh gosh darn it, I missed the live stream. And hi, Fairy Dust. Hello. Merry Christmas to you too, and happy holidays to everybody. Um, I know that not everybody celebrates Christmas. Some it's Kwanzaa or Hanukkah or what have you. So happy holidays to everybody. Season's greetings and so on and so forth. Hi. Hello. Hello, Sarah and Sandra and Laurel. And my goodness. Hello, hello, hello. I always miss. Oh, yes, Denise, no problem. I do try. Um, you made 2 gators. Wow. I am doing fabulous. And Feliz Navidad to you too, Berta. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, you guys are so great. Wow, 99, 102 people in already. Wow, goodness. Good evening, Louise in Anchorage. Hello. And Ginger and Sandra and Annetta. Actually, Annetta, the spinning has been a bit on the back burner at the moment because I have been so busy with projects for you guys that the spinning is on the back burner at the moment, unfortunately. And now I know I did say, I think it was during the last live stream that I was planning on perhaps doing when it if and when I reach 75,000 subscribers, I was thinking of doing my next giveaway as giving away a reasonably sized skein of yarn that I would spin myself. Now, in order to do that, I really wanted to get my spinning wheel. I ordered a spinning wheel, I did, and unfortunately, it is currently on back order. Um, and I ordered it back in October. Has it been since October since I last did a live stream? Could be. Um, yeah, I ordered it back in October, and it was, from what I understand, it was supposed to take 8 to 10 weeks. So I thought, great, plenty of time. Well, I contacted the seller, and uh, even though it's been about 8 to 10 weeks, roughly speaking, since I ordered it, he said that right now I'm fifth on the list as far as ones that he's currently making. Now, the fact that he's making them by hand, I'm willing, to definitely give, some slack, some leeway, because I know perfectly well that when you're making something by hand, rushing it can lead to problems. If it works as it's supposed to work, then, great. Unfortunately, yeah, that it's a bit on the back burner. My goodness, somebody's waving at me. Hello. Okay, I keep getting notifications. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. Sorry. Okay. Oh, and yes, a lot of you have commented on the hat. Thank you very much. I did make this not that long ago. This actually, I'm bald. This is actually made with Vanna's Choice, and I didn't want to do any decreasing at the top because it is a pain. For me, it's a pain using double-pointed needles. I hate double-pointed needles with a passion. So I just did sort of a drawstring cinch at the top. I'm like, that's a lot easier for me, and it's for me. I'm not fussy. So yeah, I did this a while ago. I want to say like a couple weeks ago I finished it, and I wanted something fresh and new for myself. Merry Christmas to me. um, so yeah, as far as the hand spun yarn, it's going to take a while longer than I thought, but I mean, I'm not at 75,000 subs yet, so That's okay. I mean, that's what I was saying. It's like, like an if and a when. Um, oh no, I'm so sorry, Bobby. You lost your grandfather. Oh, I'm so sorry. My thoughts are with you. I'm sorry. Um, Grass can't grow on a busy playground, Jay. That is true. That is true. But, and a rolling stone gathers no moss. Um, yes, Freaky Geek, I do spin, but with a drop spindle. Um, well, me, I figure, yeah, grass can't grow in a busy playground, but also idle hands are the devil's workshop, and I prefer to keep busy. Um, Definitely. For me, keeping busy it helps me keep sane, and I always say that crafting. Mary Kemp, thank you so very much for your donation. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That will come in handy. Thank you very much. Um, and so I always say that stitching is cheaper than therapy. I'm a very firm believer in that one. Um, oh, you'll get it finished, Teresa. The virus shawl, it works up quick once you get the used to it. Once you get used to the stitches. Um, you were gifted some roving last Monday, Freaky Geek. That is so cool. I also got some Malabrigo Merino. It's so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous stuff to work with. Typically, though, I like the Heinz 57 from Woolery because it's very inexpensive. It's got a good staple length and it's very easy to work with. And, Mary M, yeah, crocheting keeps you sane. It keeps me sane too. It gives me something to focus on. I totally recommend, you know, any sort of repetitious stitching action. It really, um, you know, uh, the repetition, it gets you into sort of like a meditative Zen zone, I really like it. It's a lot of fun. And also at the end of it, you have something to show for it. Um, Thank you, Jay. Um, so what have you guys all been up to? I mean, I see that you're working on a lot of different projects and, oh, Dar, I missed you too. I mean, I missed all of you really. You have a pain in your elbow. What's better than a pain somewhere else? Yeah, I've been keeping busy, trying not to let the holidays drive me totally crazy. Um, and going to work and working on projects. And I'm going to show you some that I've been working on. I will. Um, and for those of you that donated through Super Chat last time, thank you again. And for the donation that I just got, today, thank you so much. I do appreciate that. If any of you are interested, yes, there is an option on here called Super Chat. And if you want to make a donation, you're more than welcome to. If not, that's fine too, but it's always welcome and always appreciated because that helps me to make more things. And speaking of making things, oh my goodness. Now, I love to give back to the community and I love to donate things. Well, the local library that I work at, they were doing a collection. Yes. And they were collecting for people in need, the local, VA and shelters and so on and so forth. By the way, if you can't figure out, I'm balling some yarn. That's what I'm doing right below here. Um, and so they were collecting various things. And so I made a donation of pretty much, not everything, but pretty much everything that I've made over the past year for the channel, like all the finished projects that I've made, through the tutorials, I put up for donation and I had over 50 pieces. I was so delighted to bring in all that stuff. It was like 6 boxes of crocheted and knitted stuff and some of the fleece blankets. I did a couple of those and they were just tickled pink and I was just as tickled to be able to help out and do my thing. So I encourage give big, give to people in need. The knitting looms. Yes, I do plan on doing more tutorials for the knitting looms, and I know I never got around to doing the weaving loom. I think it was the Cricut. And I know I did an unboxing video, and then of course the pin looms, and the drop spindle spinning. I've got tons of stuff to do. I never have a lack of things to do. Um, Dog sweaters. Since I don't have any animals, I don't have any physical examples to use as a model. So I hate to say it, but I'm probably never going to do animal garments. Same thing with probably I'm never going to do baby garments. I might. If there's enough of a demand, I might do some like baby booties or something like that, but I don't know what would be more inclined to fit a doll as opposed to a human because I have no sense of gauge when it comes to babies. I'm sorry. That's why I typically go for um, uh, things that aren't fitted. Like I love doing shawls and I love doing blankets because you can make them as big or as whatever as you need to. Um, and it's not fitted. When it's fitted, it's like, you have to worry about gauge and so on and so forth. So that's a bit more tricky. But as far as, blankets, it's like, one size fits whatever. Um, oh, I just gave your daughter faith in people again? Really? Wait, see that. I just gave your daughter faith back in people. Please tell Azrael hi. Hello, Azrael. Hi. Welcome. You should always have faith in people. All right, let me scroll back up. Okay. Well, actually, all right, Bobby, I do have a Facebook group. However, all right, let me scroll up. Okay. I do have a Facebook group. However, to be perfectly honest, I'm hardly ever on there because I'm so busy doing what I do. And I haven't actually posted anything on that Facebook channel group page in a very long time. Helen, you donated 50 hats? Wow. Congratulations. That is a great job. Yeah, I haven't really posted anything on the Facebook page in a very, very long time, let alone my Instagram page either. However, if you want to get in touch with me via Facebook, the best way would be through the Facebook Messenger. I'm also AKA Fiber Spider on there as well. Am I really great at responding? Admittedly, no. I could be better. I admit that. It's just unfortunately I'm only one person. There are only so many hours in a day. I don't sleep much as it is. I am being hacked, says Anonymous. Excuse me. I apologize. Hang on one minute. Oh, what is going on here? Okay, I don't know. All right, all right. Somebody's being obnoxious. I am sorry. Okay, excuse me. Pardon me. At any rate, let's continue on, shall we? So getting back to what I was saying, let me see here. What was I saying? You've enjoyed my Aesop's Fables. Oh, and you've donated 35 hats to Warm Up America? Congratulations. Good job. Okay. And I keep getting notifications. I am sorry. Ah, okay, I'm back. I apologize so much for the technical difficulties. I am sorry about that. I hope it wasn't too much of a glitch. I do apologize. I'm having technical difficulties. But then again, that's par for the course for me, isn't it? I am so sorry. Modern technology, right? Gotta love it. Yes, yay for refreshing. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sorry, Dar. But and Penny, you donated over 20 items. That's great. I totally appreciate, that you guys are into the spirit of giving, because it's so easy to, you know, okay, give me one more moment. Excuse me. Hang on. 1 second. Sorry, folks. Okay, let's just keep going on. All right, at any rate, whatever. So can you share your pieces with me? How do you mean, M. Jones? If you mean photos, yeah, you can post on, uh, the Facebook page, link to my Instagram. It's also, I'm Fiber Spider everywhere, whether it's Instagram or Facebook, what have you. Um, and I'm terrible about responding because I'm just one person, what can I do? Um, because you know, I'm always working on projects. Um, Actually, well, it's not so much of a receding hairline. I mean, it is somewhat receding, but also, yes, I have a little bit of a bald spot, and it is the winter, so it is, it's chilly here, so, and also I like wearing my stuff, um, but yeah, so you know what? Let's get into the good stuff, shall we? Wanted to show you some of the things that I've been working on. Um, have I thought about doing a yarn collection or storage video? Storage is my problem. I have a completely limited amount of space, let me tell you. All right, so wanted to show you what I've been working on. Now, I don't know if any of you remember, long, long, long while ago, I did a video called the Cloister Shell Shawl, and uh, absolutely loved that shawl. My camera's doing weird things here. Um, and it was a great, great shawl, and it was also, I believe, known as the South Bay Shawlette. And then not that long ago, it was the uh, Coquette stitch, I believe it was, all very similar. And so what I did was I was inspired to do a blanket based on that. Check this out. So this is something that I've been working on. And this is really, 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 really very simple. And it starts from the center out, and it is in a square format. So this is something that I would like very much to show you guys how to do. This is actually, I'm using Pound of Love, and this is the antique white. I love it so much more than the white white. It's a little less severe. So this is one thing that I'm currently in the midst of working on, hence why I'm balling up some more yarn. So this is one of the projects that I want to show you guys in the near future, hopefully sooner than later, because I can be a little bit of a flake when it comes to actually following through certain things. I know. Um, Chris B, thank you so very much for your donation. You guys are always so generous. Thank you. Happy holidays. I love it when you guys do that. It's such a warm little surprise. I love it. Thank you. You made 4 cloister shawls. Wow. Um, my goodness. So whatchamacallit? So long as I'm the type of flake that doesn't fall apart and flake away. No, I'm not flaking away. No, I'm just, I have a lot going on, that's not anything really surprising. So, this is one of the things that I'm currently working on. Now, if I can, I am going to try um, to see what I can do about getting this up and ready for tomorrow, I hope, is another shawl. This I found, it was a pictorial diagram that I found on Pinterest. I haven't seen any written pattern. Um, and let's see. Do I want to know how much crocheting is helping you, Bobby? Of course, and I hope it's helping you a lot. And no, actually, since that Starry Night diamond painting, I haven't touched it since because I've been so busy with other things. I know I'm great at starting projects. I am terrible at finishing them. So this is a shawl, like I was saying. I found a pictorial diagram for it on Pinterest. I didn't see any written instructions. I didn't see who to credit it to. Um, oh, I'm sorry, Nanny. You love to crochet. Rock on to you. Um, and so whatchamacallit, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna show you this. This is the shawl that I hope to do for tomorrow. And this, I would say, these are pineapples, I would say. You know, I mean, it's pineapple-ish, wouldn't you think? And it starts from the top down. Now, I did do a pineapple shawl once before, but it was from the bottom up and it went, back and forth, back and forth. This starts from the top down. And, I know it's very lacy considering what time of year it is, but it's gorgeous. This is actually Karen cakes in the colorway of, I believe, zucchini loaf. Yeah. And yeah, it was a lot of fun to make, and this took less than 2 skeins to make this. Um, so this was a lot of fun. And it also has a built-in edge along the top, as you can see, and also along the bottom edges, it also has, a built-in edge as well, if you will. So this is what I hope to do for this weekend. And thank you guys for your support, really. I totally appreciate your support. Unfortunately, can't make everybody happy all the time. You can make some people happy some of the time, but everybody happy all the time, what can you do? But so this is something that I would like to do. And like I said, I am gonna definitely try, by all means. Um, and whatchamacallit, it's just I've been so busy, you know. Um, it's so much work, and I feel like I'm like having like an information overload. I'm trying to keep up with all of the scrolling messages here. I'm sorry, I'm a bit frazzled, but I am trying here. You're a nanny goat, so you can handle silly trolls like the 3 billy goats gruff. um, and oh, Denise, I try. I just do what I do. Hey, Russ, how you doing? Yeah, I got your messages, but I was in the middle of filming. Fiber for Crochet Town President. Yeah, it is hard to talk and read at the same time and think of what to say and etc. I need like a wingman. So this is another thing that I've been working on, and just tons of stuff. Um, well, I don't have moderators because this was kind of spur of the moment. Um, and I I didn't think that that was going. I mean, I know that there are elves for Christmas, but trolls, kind of out of season. What can you do? Um, and so another thing that I started working on um, is if any of you have heard of Blackwork. You're liking Spyro, Shalene? Thank you. Yes, and that's another thing that's been keeping me busy is the video game channel, Fiber Spider Games. That's been keeping me busy. Oh yeah. Well, I'll talk about that more in a bit. Excuse me. Let me see if I can do something here. Pardon me. Okay. All right, we should be good now. I do apologize. Okay. So, yes, I've been working on what is called Blackwork. And basically, let me show you the book that I got from the library. Although you really don't need a book, you just need some graph paper. Um, it's a form of embroidery. And let me show you. This is a book that I got, and it's called Blackwork Made Easy by Leslie Wilkins. And if you look close, you can see it's really intricate, fine designs done in thread. And it's a lot of fun. Just to give you a quick show, they have a lot of patterns that you can do, and it's a lot of repetitious geometry shapes sort of interwoven and so on and so forth. Yes, Bobby, please send me the message on Facebook because I keep getting, lots of other messages. I'm sorry, I'm not ignoring you at all. I don't intentionally ignore anybody other than, spammers and trolls. Um, but Laura, thank you so much. Do I have a tutorial on the virus shawl? Yes, I do. I definitely have a virus shawl tutorial, and I've got the virus meets granny, and excuse me, I've got lots of tutorials. But yes, um, the virus shawl, yeah, pretty that's a pretty popular video of mine, actually. That video helped me get noticed. That was like my big breakout video. So yeah, if you check on knitted and crocheted shawls, that playlist, you'll find it. Trust me, and so yes, I've been working on a bookmark done in Blackwork, and this is Chris Whitaker. Thank you so much, and Merry Christmas to you too. Thank you so much for your super chat donation. Thank you. So this is some Blackwork that I've been doing on Ada cloth. And it's simple. It's time consuming, but it is very, very, very inexpensive because one package of Ada cloth and just a little bit of floss goes a long way. So, and this is the front, and this is the back. They always say that you're supposed to keep the back as neat as the front, and I try to. I do. I try to keep my stitches very neat and so forth, not using any knots. And so this is going to be a bookmark. I don't now do reversible Blackwork. Well, that's easier said than done. Um, um, and so after I'm done doing all the stitching, you then do sort of like a cross stitch border around the whole thing. You trim it, and then you pick out the threads so it looks like sort of like a fringed edge around the whole thing. It's really not difficult. It's just time consuming, I mean, I would say the most difficult thing is threading the needle. um, and um, and so I've been working on this, and I've been having a lot of fun. I mean, I used to do a lot of stitched bookmarks and so forth, and I haven't had the time, but I'm like, what? I need to do something a little bit different. Hairpin lace. No, I've never done hairpin lace, and I've never done bobbin lace either. Do I have any suggestions for wrist pain? That depends on what has caused the pain. I'm not, you know, not a physician of any sort. I used to have wrist pain because I was using a death grip on my crochet hook, and I was using like a small gauge hook, and I had a death grip, and that definitely had an impact for me. So I would say perhaps take a break more often. I mean, if it's related to your stitching, I would say take a break. Perhaps use a larger gauge hook. They have those ergonomic handles that go onto hooks. It almost looks like a squeeze bulb sometimes. Um, the expression no pain, no gain, that doesn't apply to crochet or knitting for that matter. So I would say perhaps work in a bigger gauge or take more breaks or make a deliberate effort to relax more, you know. That would be my suggestion to you. Also, consulting a doctor, you know, that might not be a bad idea. Um, uh, hit the thumbs up button. Wait, I have to read that. Hang on. Oh, thank you. Um, arthritis, but still crochet. Yeah, I mean, I would be, you know, totally upset if I could never, you know, stitch again. You know, like I'd rather be deaf than not be able to use my hands. You know, I mean, this between seeing and working with my hands, I mean, that's paramount for me. You know, I would be devastated if I couldn't. Um, but I would definitely, you know, consult your doctor, um, you know, for something serious. You know, I mean, uh, I don't know. Pardon me. One moment. I'm having issues here, as per usual. There we go. We should be good now. All right. So, at any rate, you love the Gators? Cecilia, thank you so much for your donation. You're leaving, Denise? Oh, okay. Have a good evening. Um, yeah, I've been really, really busy with all these various projects. And then of course there's my YouTube channel, Fiber Spider Games. And that has been, you know, oh, you meant the person I blocked. Yeah, well, you know what? I don't like being mean and I don't like just, arbitrarily just, blocking people. I don't like doing that. But I mean, the person was just being disruptive, so ta-ta, Um, how come I don't have a yarn sponsor? Well, I haven't actively pursued one because usually there's a lot of stipulations, like they want you to do X, Y, and Z and jump through a lot of hoops. But I'm I'm getting by. I do what I do, and I do it for you guys. Um, have I ever done sewing? I've done a bit of sewing, not terribly much. Who taught me how to crochet? Mostly self-taught. Yes, I made the hat. Yeah, mostly self-taught. Um, how much yarn do you want me to send me? Oh, you, Roz, behave. Um, some tomato wants me to dab. I don't even know how to dab. I've heard of dabbing and I've seen it, but I don't even, um, but when you join threads, do I have knots? Actually, when I join threads, um, with crocheting, I do have knots, but what I do is I usually get a long tail so I can just like sew in the ends and stuff. Tomato, behave. Tomato, I'm not going to say it again. So at any rate, um, what got me interested in crochet? Actually, I think I've told this story before, but I'll say it again. There was a reality show called 1940s House, and it was on channel 13 or 21 or what have you, one of those, public broadcasting networks. And they took a normal, everyday family and they stuck them into the 1940s in England during the Blitz. And they had to live as they did back in 1940s when the bombs were being dropped and so on and so forth. It was all simulated, of course, but they had to do a lot of things that they had no idea what they were doing, and it was rather humorous to watch, like cooking, cleaning, you know, et cetera, et cetera. And one of the things that they were doing was working on crocheted granny squares, for the war effort. And I'm like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it, and the idea of making something from nothing fascinated me, and I'm like, that was what inspired me. Freaky Geek, oh, yeah, I totally knit. Yeah, in fact, I did do the hat, and I do, knitted shawls and blankets and all sorts of stuff. Did I ever do a hat to match the football teams? No, I haven't done anything sports related. It's not that I'm anti-sports, it's just not my thing. Dabbing is sort of a hand gesture motion. I didn't think it was even remotely popular anymore. I know it was right up there with, planking and high-fiving, but eh. Um, so, whatchamacallit? Yes, I I do a lot of knitting as well. I'm still working on a piece that I have over here. I showed this one long time ago, and I'm still working on it because it's taking me forever, because this is a really thin yarn and it's a very wide piece. I don't know if any of you remember this, but check this out. This is a piece. This is going to be either, a wrap or a really wide scarf. I don't know, but this is in, I believe, an Angora blend. I'm using size, what, 10 needles, I think? Yeah, size 10 needles. Um, and it's absolutely gorgeous yarn that my friend Russ sent to me. And it's very fuzzy. It's got a lovely tactile feel to it. Um, and Oozy Whatsies. Oh, my goodness. Um, and I believe that the brand, it was from a company called Ice Brand Yarns. They have some really good deals there. I am hashtag not sponsored. They have some really good deals, but the shipping is killer. The shipping is not kind. Um, Roz, behave. You already sent me so much. When am I going to open an Etsy? Wait, let me scroll back. When am I going to open up an Etsy shop? No. Well, actually, that's one of the reasons why I started doing the Blackwork bookmarks. I mean, I showed this one just before, but I started on another one as well in purple. So it's not black, it's purple work. Working on this one as well, and it's just going to continue on in the same fashion upwards. Um, and, again, here's what the back looks like. I try to keep it neat. Um, and so, I was thinking that if I were to do an Etsy shop, it might be nice to start with something simple like those bookmarks, because that way the shipping would be really low for whoever was interested. Um, and basically all you need to do is just ship it in like a reinforced envelope as opposed to worrying about big old boxes and things. Um, and so I was thinking about, maybe starting with something like that. Um, and it was actually the ladies that I work with when I was donating all of those things to the library. Um, hmm, excuse me. That they kept suggesting that I sell my things, and I've been hesitant because I don't know, like, would they sell? But um, oh yeah, I know you'll never let me run out of yarn, Russ. I know. Now, if you have anything to say about it. Russ is a very good friend of mine, and he's very, very sweet, and he has spoiled me rotten with, you know, with yarn. Very, very sweet, and I thank you, Russ. Um, and so, you know, I I have thought about doing the whole Etsy thing. It's just a matter of me, you know, getting up, I guess you could say the confidence. It's like, do I think they would sell? I don't know, I mean, because I see some really beautiful work on Etsy, and very, very reasonably priced. And I would mean to keep my things very reasonably priced. Um, I don't believe in ego. I don't believe in, anything like that. You give free lectures at local libraries. That would be great. You know what? Actually, yes. Hang on. Wait. Business-minded mom, please do. Please get in touch with me via Facebook Messenger. I would really appreciate that. Um, because my big stumbling concern would be the whole shipping thing. Um, Ginger, you're leaving? You have a happy holidays too. Thank you. Um, so, I would like to perhaps pursue the Etsy thing, as a, you know, potential, secondary form of income. We'll see. We'll see. Um, and then of course, the other thing that's been keeping me busy is, I've also been, um, I'm sorry, I'm reading as I'm speaking. Um, so yeah, the other channel, hello Alana, um, the Fiber Spider Games channel that I've been doing, I've been having a ton of fun with that. And, as always, I would love to see more of you guys there. I do play, a fairly wide range of games. It's a lot of fun. Hello, Leanne and Cindy. Um, and I just finished playing one. I did a lot of pre-recording. The game is called Rhyme, sort of an adventure game, non-violent, almost cartoony, and it has a lot of soul to it. It's great. Thank you, Chris. I'm working hard on that. RuneScape, no. Anything for the PlayStation 4 game. I always post at 2 a.m. Yeah, I do. Annetta, thank you so much for your donation. I know I need to do some more Yonder soon. Um, and all right, Jennifer, I don't understand. At any rate, okay, excuse me one moment. Okay, there we go. Um, so, oh, also, here's a biggie. I've been starting on the Lego Harry Potter games. Yes, I have years 1 through 7, and I'm currently working through year 1. And I just posted part 2, not year 2, part 2 of year 1. Posted that tonight, if any of you guys are interested. A lot of fun. And so I'm currently working on that as well. And I think that in episode 2, it's involving the troll fight in the girls' bathroom, if any of you are familiar with the books and the movies. um, so, yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with the gaming channel as well. And let's see, suggesting Kingdom Hearts. I have played that back in the days of PS2, actually. Um, I was thinking about Subnautica, maybe, or Bendy and the Ink Machine, or I've got a whole slew. BioShock, Until Dawn, Minecraft. Um, you know, I've got lots of games that I haven't even cracked open yet, but I'm always trying to forge ahead and try new things. You just started Harry Potter a few days ago, maybe 5 days. Really? That's cool. I'm just busy, 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 busy. Can't help it. Um, Remastered means when they take an old video game and they make the graphics, sharper, cleaner, the various elements and things. Sometimes they'll um, tweak certain elements of the game, basically um, improving upon something pre-existing. Um, that's what remastered games means. Have I read The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings? I have read uh, title of game channel, Fiber Spider Games. Yes. I wanted to do an offshoot of this channel because I didn't want to alienate diehard Stitchers by throwing in games. So I decided to make it as a separate, a separate channel. Um, and as far as Lord of the Rings, um, I tried getting through the series, although I got stuck midway through book 2 because all the names sound the same after a while. Um, but yeah, I know, Freaky Geek. Yeah, they're out in force. What can you do? At any rate, so as far as The Hobbit, though, I love The Hobbit. I've read that several times, and uh, unfortunately, I can't do those for the channel because those are still under copyright protection. Hmm. A crochet version of Fair Isling. Well, actually, there is a version of that. It's called Tapestry, or uh, let's see. Finish Resident Evil. I do plan on finishing Resident Evil. I do. I do. Um, well, thank you, Bobby, for the offer. You know, next time, because I mean, I'm not going to do too much more filming for this live stream. Um, but yeah, see, the reason why I do older books is because those are no longer copyright protected. Um, you dare me to sing the My Little Pony song. If I knew it, I might, but no, I don't know the My Little Pony song. I'm sorry. Um, yes. Well, and I started with this one, and now I'm on this one. Well, it's the Pound of Love skeins. These things are huge. It takes forever to wind them, so I figure, um, two birds, one stone. Excuse me one more moment. There we go. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the trolls are out in force tonight, and I apologize for that. Yes, and that's true. I might have issues for that too. Um, so who's he what's it's? Yeah, I like to stick to the older stuff, the classics, like, Aesop's Fables, Grimm's Fairy Tales. Can I read A Christmas Carol? Guess what, Jens? I already did. Actually, I think it was like maybe a year, maybe 2 years ago, I did do a reading of A Christmas Carol. And it is one of the playlists on my channel. Yes, it is. I believe it was 5 parts. Yvonne, thank you so much for your super chat donation. Oh my gosh. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My goodness. Thank you very, very much. You guys have been so sweet to me. I appreciate that. I really do. Um, I know I wish I could read the Chronicles of Narnia too, but those two, again, they're copyrighted right now. So also, I did finish, it's called Among the Forest People. She did a whole series of them. There was Among the Forest People, the Night People, the Farm People. So I finished Among the Forest People. And I'm going to be continuing on with that series because I love that work. And so there's that. And whatchamacallit, I'm almost done with Through the Looking Glass. I was thinking about perhaps going on to doing Secret Garden or The Wind in the Willows. I don't know. We'll see. I like to keep busy and I like to keep the variety up. It takes a long time to actually finish reading through the books because I keep starting new ones, but I like the variety aspect. Um, that's what I do. The Wind in the Willows is one of my favorites, and so is The Secret Garden. If I could do Watership Down, I would be in Seventh Heaven, but that one's too new. I would get into trouble if I read that one. What can you do? Um, because that one's too new still. Um, and I wish I had more time. I really do. And then also on the gaming channel, Fiber Spider Games, I've been playing The Sims and I've been having a lot of fun with, my kids and everything. They're teenagers now and they're vampires and it's crazy. And going to open, here's a sneak peek for you. I am going to open up an art gallery in the game, not in real life, but in the game. I'm going to be opening up an art gallery. Bobby Preston, you're reading a book called Zodiac. It's about the Zodiac Killer. Interesting. Actually, ironically, I'm rereading the book The Shining by Stephen King. It's a perfect book for the winter, especially when it snows. Yeah. What is my opinion on sheep's yarn? You got some Actually, I've never used it, so I can't vouch. You like The Wizard of Oz? I love The Wizard of Oz. Fortunately, we're only on book 2, and he wrote 15 of them, so I've got plenty of material there, you know? It's just, oh, thank you, Stallona. Thank you very much for your donation. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Actually, yeah, Watership Down is dark. The art gallery, it's going to be mostly paintings. Um, and oh my goodness. So, oh, the wizards. If you mean the uh oh God, what was his name? It was like a really sort of cheesy animated rotoscope film. Wizards, that was cool. That was a good one. Anyway, am I a competitive person? That depends. That depends on the context. Um, my paintings in the game The Sims, I have paintings. My Sims are a lot of them are into painting, So in the Sims game, yeah. Um, at any rate, so with that being said, um, I think we're going to end this live stream here because it's been about an hour already. But listen, all of you guys, thank you so, so very much for joining me tonight. I thank you for joining me, and thank you so very much, for dealing with my technical difficulties and everything else all around and in between. Um, so The Sims, it's a video game nanny. Thank you so very, very much for joining me. And I hope that all of you have a very happy and safe holiday. Be careful out there. A lot of people are preoccupied and distracted with everything that's going on. So please be mindful, be safe, be careful. Above all, have fun, but be careful, drive safely, if you drink, drink responsibly, be careful. And I want all of you to stay inspired, stay caffeinated, and stay stitching. Thank you again for all of you that donated also through Super Chat. I appreciate it very much. And you guys have a great, great day. Bye for now.